With the way prices keep going up, I've had to learn how to save money without depriving my family. These are simple things I do every day that have really helped me spend less. Hi, my name is Mariam Mabel. Welcome to my channel. Okay, so over the period, I've learned that buying food outside is really stressless, like it's stress free. Yet you spend a whole lot in buying food outside. You spend a whole lot. So this is what I have developed to cook at home. Yes, to cook whatever I can cook at home. We buy food outside once in a very long time. Yes. So I've learned to cook at home and I cook in bulk to ease the stress. I cook in bulk. If you can prepare your stews, your sauces, chicken sauce, gizzard sauce, whether it's sausage sauce, fish stew, okay, I prepare them aside. Then I have my vegetable sauces. I have my soup, fish soup, chicken soup, meat, peanut butter soup, palm nut soup, and then tomato soup. Like, if I can prepare it, maybe not within the same day. Okay, not within the same day. I can prepare the stews today, and then the next day or another time, I prepare my soup. And that has really saved money. Yes, that has really, really saved me enough compared to buying food outside. Do you understand? Another time we also do is the leftovers become another food for the next day. We don't throw away leftovers, no. If you eat and you cannot eat, straight into the fridge. The next morning, you warm it, you eat. Nothing is going to happen to you, okay? When the kids eat that, they don't have any complications. They are just okay, they are just fine. Mom and dad eat, they are just fine. You understand? So leftovers become food for another day. Instead of being thrown away or giving it to the cat or the dog, it becomes another meal. Okay, so the next morning I don't have to stress myself. If you have leftover and you can eat it in the morning, eat in the morning. Okay, so I don't have to go through the stress of making new breakfast or new lunch or supper. There is something that can be eaten. Okay, and number two, what I've also learned to do is to buy what I only need. Before, I used to go to the markets with everything in my mind. I know I'm going to get tomatoes, pepper, I know I'm going to get fish and all of that, onion and all of that. But I realized that the moment I get to the markets, my mind keeps changing. I start buying things that I've not planned for. By the time I realize the money I budgeted to buy the stuff, gone. And I'm not even halfway through the things I need for that moment. Do you understand? So I've learned to buy only the things that I need. So with that, I go to the market with a shopping list. Yes, you need to make a list, else you're going to buy things. Like the moment you get there, everything is needed. That's how it will sound to you. Everything is needed. But then at that particular point in time, you may not need everything. So make a list of the important things you need at a moment. And then another thing I do is I create small money aside that is not accounted for the things I'm going to buy, just in case I meet something that I know it's really needed, but I forgot to include it in the list. Something like salt. Yes, sometimes you need it. Sometimes making the list, we omit it. But when you meet it in town, you know that, oh, I need salt. Then you get it. Do you understand? So I make that, I create that space for that particular items. You understand? So I don't spend, I don't spend anyhow. Do you understand? Okay. Another thing I also do to save money at home is saving electricity. Have you thought about it? Saving electricity. Imagine not using the lights. The lights are on. Electricity, not using the fans, they are all on. Not using the AC, they are on. The television, it's on. As you can see, the television is off because I'm not using it. It's off. The light is on because I want this place to brighten up for the video. And maybe for the room to also brighten up, I need the lights because the weather is dark. Yeah, a little bit dark. So if you're not using electrical appliances, microwave, kettle, iron, if they are plugged in, please unplug them and then plug it when you need them. You know, those small things you don't know, but it's really saves costs. It really saves cost. Okay, so you use the daylight sun if necessary. Open your windows, let the sun shine into the room, okay, and use the sun instead of switching on the lights throughout the day. Do you understand? So this is another thing I do to reduce the cost of living at home. All right, the other thing I do is I reduce food waste. Sometimes we prepare so much that you know that you cannot eat. Something that can't be stored, something like yam. If you prepare yam and the leftover is difficult to eat unless you boil it again or something. Do you understand? If you put it in the microwave, it will not taste like how it used to be. So I count. If you are 4 in a number eating lunch or supper, I count. Mom is going to take 4 slices of yam. My daughter is going to take this number. My son is going to take this number. I'm going to take this number. Okay, I count it and I put extra 2 for maybe someone who wasn't satisfied, or extra 2. The rest I don't peel it. That has helped me reduce food waste because at first I'll peel a whole lot, we will eat, and then the rest we don't even know what to do with it, and then it will just go waste. So I've learned to reduce food waste by not preparing so much that we cannot eat. Okay, and then those that can be frozen and then be eaten another time, I make sure I freeze them. Okay, I make sure I freeze them. Those that have to go to the fridge, they go to the fridge. Those that can be stored in the freezer go straight into the freezer. So by doing so, I can use it another time. Do you understand? I also store my vegetables properly because vegetables, they are delicate, and if you can't consume all within a week, don't buy so much, because something like spring onion, if you put it in the refrigerator, the freezer, like the taste and the aroma, everything will be gone. If you put it in the fridge, it doesn't last that long. So if you know within a week you cannot consume so much, do not buy so much, else it's going to go waste. So buy the portion of vegetables you need for a shorter period of time, because vegetables cannot be stored for a very long time. Okay, I've seen some hacks online and all of that. I've not tried them, how to store maybe your carrots, cutting them and then freezing them and then being able to use it. I've not tried that hack yet, but either ways, I want the fresh taste of the vegetables. So I always want to keep them fresh in the fridge instead of them being in the freezer. Do you understand? So that's one thing I've also learned to do, not to buy so much vegetables and then some will be going bad, especially tomatoes, and then spring onion, green pepper, green bell pepper, cabbage, those stuff. They don't have the heart to stay long. Okay, so I buy them in bits. All right. Another thing this is from my grandmom. I reuse my household items. Like I reuse the containers I buy. Imagine I buy shito no pepper, black pepper. I buy it. After using it, the containers, I don't throw them away. I use those containers as my spice containers. Honestly, if you go into my drawer right now, you're going to find spice containers which are not originally their containers. They are containers from other stuff that I bought. Do you understand? That is what I've learned to do. I saw my grandmom do it. Maybe that's why I've also started doing that. But I think it's a normal thing in an African home. We used to do that a lot, and it saves cost. Instead of going to buy a whole set of containers and all of that, you can buy it if you do have the budget for. It's not a bad thing at all. You can buy it, but you can also use this same containers and then label it, write the kind of spices of kind of ingredients in it, just write it on it with a marker, and you're good to go. If you do not have the budget to go and buy spice containers, you understand, you can use that and you'll be fine. Another thing too that I've learned is to use my old clothes, not just mine, the children's old cloth, the father's old cloth. Just use them as rags or even napkins. You can cut them into sizes, okay, and use them as your kitchen napkins when you're doing any dirty thing. Instead of picking your napkins that are neat, you can use these ones as the rag, preparing something that has to do with fish and all of that. When you're done, you wash it, you hang it. Another time you use it, okay. So most of my clothes that I don't use, they've been used for rags or even floor rags. You understand? I have mop, all right, and I also have these things that are supporting, okay. Now another thing that sometimes we overlook, but people can be really wicked at the markets, is I've been comparing prices before I buy my items. See, don't overlook this, because it's really important to compare prices before you buy your items. Some people sell the same products at outrageous prices, and sometimes you wonder, and usually it happens to me when I've already bought the expensive one, then I meet the ones that are less expensive, the same quality, the same brand, and I'll be like, why? So ever since I learned that people price their products higher and all of that, I compare prices. I go to shop after shop after shop, then I compare prices. Then I know which shop is better. So once I know the shop that is better, every time when I'm going to buy, I go to that shop. Okay, unless the shop doesn't have it, then I move to the next shop. So always compare your prices. When you go to the market, a lot of people are selling the same stuff. Tomato, they've lined up. Onion, they've lined up. You find garlic here, ginger here. So just within that same circle, you find a lot of people selling the same kind of product. So it won't take that much for you to go around and compare prices. Go ask for the price, compare it, and then buy the one that you think is best for you. And that is going to save you so much, okay? That is going to save you so much. And I've also learned to avoid impulse buying. Like, you're just walking on the street, you see something, you just feel like buying, you take out money from your pockets or your purse, your bag, you buy it. It's not bad, yeah, it's not bad. But if you calculate the number of impulse buying you've made within a week, within a month, you realize that you spend so much in buying things that eventually you come home and you don't even use them. It becomes rubbish, it becomes polar, it becomes something that you just have to give away or throw away. Because it felt like mine at that moment, it was cheaper, and you brought it home, and it wasn't functioning the way you thought. You didn't have any need for it, and then you have to throw it away. So now I avoid impulse buying. Another thing I've also learned to do is to budget every month. I budget every month. The moment my salary hits my accounts, I know that I have to save a percentage of the salary. I know that I need so and so. I budgeted for it. I take it out. I pay my tithe. I take it out. So I budget every month that at the end of the month, at least I should be able to save this amount of money. This is what I'm spending. This is sometimes it doesn't go the way we plan, but most of the times we have to be careful and we have to be diligent with what we do. Okay. So sometimes it doesn't go as I plan, unexpected expenses and all of that. I budget for unexpected expenses though, but some the expenses are more than what I budgeted. Some too, there's nothing like unexpected expenses, but I budgeted for it. So that month it goes and adds up to my savings. Do you understand? Ever since I did that, I've realized that I've been able to save a lot. Yes, I've been able to save a lot. And when I'm buying something, I don't just take out the money and buy outright. Yeah, I plan. Say, this thing is worth $100. This thing is worth $150. This thing is worth 2,000 Ghana cedis. Now, every month, I know this is what I'm earning. Now, how much can I save every month to be able to afford this by the end? To be able to afford this, okay. So I plan, and then if I know that within 5 months I'll be able to save, then I'll spread the payments over 5 months. Then by the 5th month I'll be done and I go for my item. You understand? So these are things you can implement if you want to save money at home. Yes, this is what I as a mother, as a wife, I have started implementing, and it's helping me, and I decided to share with you. So I'm so grateful for you staying with me throughout this time, and I hope to see you another time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.